God intended everybody to be the same. He'd have given us all braces on our legs.
Mom always had a way of explaining things so I could understand them.
Hi, welcome to Jabbing with Rita, where we talk about the laws of mind that govern our lives and how we can work with them consciously instead of unconsciously and getting ass bitten. That's LOA for you. But today, the poll winner from the patrons at the Law and the Promise at Patreon is autistic children. So today we're going to discuss autistic children and the laws of mind. One must understand that anything that is an ism is a trap. Okay, it's a trap. It's a man-made trap. He's taken it too far. He's labeled it and put characteristics and attributes to something if it has an ism, and it's somebody else's idea or several somebody's idea, a group. It's not your idea, okay? It's not your I am. It's their I am. You can pick up nuggets from people that you believe some things but not others, or you can, you know, do this all the time. Your judgment is clouded on top of it being a child. And then your judgment is clouded even more on top of it being personal. It's your child, or it's a friend's child, or it's, a brother or sister's child. In 1982, when this first came into my awareness, it came into my awareness because of Sylvester Stallone and his wife, and they had an autistic child, and she was out there trying to make people aware of what this was. And back then, it was 1 in 300 children. Now it's 1 in 54. The definition of autistic, here, let me read it for you, is a psychological term. It's a mind game for an extreme narrowing of relationships to people and the larger world. They're listening to their hearts. This is the life bearer. They don't listen to their heads already. And it bothers them that you want them to pay attention to it. Hence the reason it has to be structured, because you're taking them away from the consciousness in their heart to do something in the objective world. This is Mary saying to Jesus, where you been, man? And him telling her, I'm doing my Father's business. Come on. And it's that kind of thing. Are you going to believe them, knowing what you know about these laws? This is a psychological game you've been playing with yourself. Your child is brilliant. That autistic child is brilliant, can tap into infinite intelligence whenever it wants, whatever rocks his boat. Is it cartoons? Is it Superman? What is it? If I were born in this century instead of the last century, they would have labeled me autistic. And I remember when, I became aware, really, of the outside world in a much bigger way, was when I started acting and people were clapping, and appreciating what we had done. And it was just the greatest feeling in the world. I just loved it. And that now the world opened up to me. Let these children find their own way. They have infinite intelligence in them too. Stop limiting and restricting them in your mind. It's a psychological term for behaviors they don't understand and don't know why. They say so. They don't know why. Okay? But the reason is they listen to their hearts. Their battle's over. You did that. You made it so that they could fly. Now trust them. They know how to love. Okay? And they know how to be okay. You just take them away for a little bit every day and let them know this is how we act. Good manners. Think of Forrest Gump's mom. She did anything and everything, but that man had good manners. He treated people right. This is what you teach your child. And they don't get to act like crazy people. No. If you want to go spend time with your heart, then you need to understand how this works. I don't like doing it, okay? But regardless, there's a transition time and you have to live with these people, okay? So you need to come out. You need to find a way to bring them out. And I remember my mom telling me, well, you're going to take acting classes. And I was like, oh, Mom, come on. No, don't make me. Because I didn't want to go out and be with other people. I was having a good time painting, thank you very much. Watching movies, reading, and she's like, nope, you're going to do this. And I fell in love with it. I poo-pooed it the first couple of months. I was like, yeah, right. But then when we did that little production, I could see it, and it was so beautiful. I loved it. It is the same with every child. They have something they love, okay? And that's what they want to do. They want to cut the grass. They want to dig in the dirt. That's all they want to do. My son wanted to play baseball. That's all he wanted to do. My daughter wanted to do art, but we got her out into sports to help her see the bigger picture. And she didn't really open up to it all until she went on an art trip to Oakland, California, and was there for a couple of weeks, taking a college level class. And she was in high school, and she came back, and her art exploded. She was just doing amazing. It's things like that. So there's nothing wrong with the child other than someone's told you something's wrong with the child because someone else told you that what they're doing at that age wasn't normal. But what's normal? Everybody's different. There is no normal except you're normal. This is a psychological game. And, Neville Goddard even spoke about this, how the mother had decided that, well, she's perfectly normal. And then her child went into a coma and 3 days later came out talking like she'd always been talking, and not screaming and yelling and being frustrated and, unable to speak. It was because the mother thought she was abnormal. So her child was showing her that. Okay? Autistic children are meant to be. Okay? They're perfect. They were given to you because you could see them this way. And you were chosen to be the mother for Jesus. The complete one. The whole and complete Jesus and humanity, conscious of it. And it's so wonderful and amazing and such a blessing. Pure love. Those children are pure love. You teach them to love their hearts, to follow their heart, to never not listen to their heart, and that everything will be fine. because they love. And love conquers all. Everybody knows that. So it's important for these children to understand that. And they do when you tell them. You know love conquers all, don't you? Yeah. You know you're a genius, right? Mom, well, yeah, because you listen to your heart. He tells you everything, doesn't he? Yeah. You know, he'll tell you. He's in tune with you. And he's in tune with the one in all. Okay? He's brilliantly perfect. Say it. She's brilliantly perfect. I know she is, because I am. As within, so without. God is in you. He's perfect. He's in the autistic child. He's perfect. Safe and secure. Perfect. You know? You teach him, you never listen to anybody else, you listen to your heart. If your heart's telling you run, you run. If your heart's telling you, you listen to your gut. Listen to your instinct. That's God talking to you. And if you don't listen to him, you'll be sorry. But if you listen to him, it'll always work out and it'll always be good. I can't tell you how often I said that to my children. You know, I did. We didn't go to church. We didn't go to religions. You know, they went to other people's churches and stuff. They were checking it out. But I couldn't believe in it 100%, so we just didn't do that. And, you know, my big deal was, you know, that little voice inside you that tells you to run or whatever. And they would nod their head. Well, you listen to that voice. Because I'll tell you what, every time you don't listen to that voice, you are always sorry. Listen to that voice. Well, Mom, well, always. You know, so you set your child up to be self-sufficient. You already know, and it took you a hell of a lot of pain and suffering to discover that all you had to do is listen to your heart, and everything would work out perfectly. You know, and now you go unbelieve all that other crap and just believe in your heart. They're already there. It's 1 in 54 now. It was 1 in 300. It's only going to increase. And nobody's paying any attention to it. Okay? It's supposed to be like that. It'll be all right. It'll all work out perfectly. You just love those little babies. Well, I hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you. Thank you for being you. If you have any questions or comments or something, just put them down below. I'll get to them as quickly as I can. It's an important topic for sure, because this is all a psychological drama or comedy, whatever you want to call it. But there's nothing wrong. They're perfect. Hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you. Thank you for being you.